Before I begin the video, I just want to flag, as always, that I am not a qualified financial advisor and nothing I say should be considered as financial advice. Hello, I'm the Jolly Saver and this is my May 2024 financial freedom update. So I've already recorded this video once this morning, but then I realized when I watched it back that my microphone settings were wrong and you could barely hear me. So instead of putting it out and having to meddle on with the settings in post-production, I thought I'd just do it again because actually I quite enjoyed talking about it the first time, so I thought I'll do it another time. So if you're new to this video series, what I am trying to do is to become financially free in 2 years' time. So I'm on month 7 of the challenge and we'll jump straight into the figures. So my savings at the end of May, so my cash savings were £211. This represents sort of my emergency fund, and I've mentioned in previous videos that I'm really wanting to build this fund up. So at the moment, you know, it's only a couple of £100, but ideally I'd like it to be £6,000. So that is my aim to focus on for the rest of the year. My stocks and shares ISA was £7,743 at the end of May, which is really good. What I will say about that is that because my focus is leaning more on the available cash, I only invested £25 in May into the fund that I invest in. So the rest of the £100 odd was from market gain, which was nice. And then my premium bonds were 1,550. So I added another £25 to premium bonds. That means that my total across savings, investments and premium bonds was £9,504, which is great because it's just below £10,000, and the £10,000 mark is something that I've been aiming at for quite a while. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to hit it next month because I think I shared in my premium bond video that I have had to withdraw over £1,000 worth of premium bonds in June because there's something that I have to pay for that is a luxury expense, but it's like I call it a once in a lifetime sort of expense. So I am just biting the bullet and paying that. But after that's been paid, I plan on building my emergency fund up to £6,000. So I'm hoping that I can grow this month on month from now on, unless there's an emergency. Now, my aim is to have this. I would love it by the end of the year if I could have this at £12,000. Now, that would represent a year of minimal living expenses for myself, or it would represent the cost to run the flat for a year. So that would be mortgage plus council tax plus gas and electric. So it just means that I'll have the peace of mind that if I was to lose my job tomorrow, I'd be able to handle the finances for a year while looking for another job. So it takes away some of that pressure, which would be nice. And then the mortgage balance at the end of May was £105,768. So I mean, you'll tell from these figures here, and you'll tell from my previous videos, my focus, or our focus, I should say, has really been on overpaying the mortgage. And I'm sort of having a shift in mindset in that once we get to below £100,000, I probably want to shift more towards building up my stocks and shares ISA and building up my savings pot. The reason for that is because we have now about £120,000 worth of equity in our property. So at the moment, it feels like we're very asset rich but cash poor. And I don't want to say cash poor because that's a bit ignorant when I've got money in my stocks and shares ISA. But what I mean by that is, if I was to lose my job tomorrow, I wouldn't, even though we've overpaid by £25,000 in the mortgage, because that's all locked up, you know, I still need to pay my bills tomorrow. So the best peace of mind I get, and I know this from myself, you know, when I've got nearly nothing in my emergency fund, my mental health, I don't want to say it suffers, but my mood goes down a bit because I feel a bit more trapped in life than when I know that I've got a few £1,000 in the bank. So really, and to be honest, one of the purposes of doing this in an overall spreadsheet was to acknowledge the fact that even if I build up my savings and investments, even if I've still got £100,000 left on the mortgage, if I've got a big balance here, theoretically, it means that I could pay that money off the mortgage. So, I've got £105,000 left on the mortgage. Well, actually, I've got nearly £10,000 that's available. So if I wanted to pay off the mortgage by £10,000, I could do. So hopefully it would mean that, as this balance goes down, say it's £90,000, if I had £90,000 across saving, investments and premium bonds, it means that I am sort of technically, I'm sort of theoretically mortgage free, I should say, but means that the money's there. So if I want to take a career break, if me and my partner want to go traveling, we can actually use that money. Whereas if it's all locked in the mortgage, we can't really access that money, which is a good thing in a way because it reduces temptation. And I know that we could remortgage in the future to take money out, but that sort of defeats the point of overpaying. So yeah, so at the moment I'm just mulling over the fact that probably when we've hit the milestone of being into a 5-figure mortgage balance, I'm going to be shifting gears and moving towards building up my emergency fund as my first port of call, but then building up my stocks and shares ISA, because that'll give the compounding chance to start taking effect and have an impact. So the difference between my savings, investments and premium bonds and my mortgage balance is £96,265. So we are £1,500 better off than we were last month, which is really good. And it means that the progress we've made since October 23, so in 7 months, we've increased our, I don't want to call it our net worth because I don't take into account the house price in this. So we've sort of, I don't know, we'll call it £7,000 better off, due to kind of what we've done with our overpayments and our savings. So I'm really proud of that. Do I think we're going to hit financial freedom by next December? I don't know. I mean, someone will probably do the math and say there's not a cat and hell's chance of us doing it. But I think that being ambitious and putting all this down on paper has been really motivating. I think it gives us a better sense about where we are. I think sometimes when you look at these things in isolation, particularly for me, I can sometimes focus on the negatives and look at the fact I've only got £200 in cash savings and think, oh no. But actually, the truth of the matter is, I could sell this today and convert that all to an emergency fund if I needed. Obviously, if the market took a dive, I wouldn't want to be selling my investments at a loss. But at the moment, if worst comes to worst, if I lost my job tomorrow, I could access this money. So that's my journey. I think I've got to pat myself on the back for the fact that we're making effort, we're tracking these things. I'm on a mission, and month on month, hopefully by the end of the year, I'll have a few more £1,000 here. This will be around £12,000, and we might get this below £90,000 by the end of the year. So thanks for watching. If you've got any comments, any thoughts, do let us know. And I love hearing about other people's personal finance journeys. So let us know in the comments box down below, and I'll see you on the next video. If you enjoyed this video, then please think about subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'm currently at 668 subscribers, and I'm on a mission to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2024.